Right, okay guys, I'm back now. I've wrote this out a little bit and explained it to you. This is the continuation of that song that you was learning last week. You finished on Creeping, I think. But just to explain one or two things here again. It's quavers again. These are bar lines, as we know. That joins the left hand and keeps them together, as you can see. 4/4, 4 beats to the bar, and the kind of beat is the crotchet beat, which is the crotchet note. Although you don't see any crotchet notes there, the quavers, 2 quavers adds up to a crotchet. So everything in that bar will add up to the whole note, which is 4. So there's crotchet, 2, 3, 4. 4 crotchets equals one whole note, as does the minim note. The minim note, in a bar of 4, you can only have 2 minim beats, minim notes in a bar of 4. Each minim will take up 2 beats of the bar. So there's 1, 2 half bar, and there's 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's held. Okay. Now something else that as we move down here, changes time, okay, just for one bar, and it goes from 4/4 to 2/4, and 2/4 is 2 beats to the bar, and the kind of beat is crotchet beats. So it's either 2 crotchet notes, 1, 2, or a crotchet rest, which is equal to 1 crotchet note, and that's a portion of silence. Nothing played there, but it's got to be counted because it's a beat. And there's your second beat, and. So there's 1, 2, and then it goes back to 4/4, which is, on this bar, we've got a quaver, a dotted crotchet, a crotchet, but they're tied. Now that, when we get 2 notes that are tied like that, and we get, say, 2 notes on the G line, when we get 2 notes that are tied like that are on the same line, you play the first note and you hold it for the length of the other one. So you don't play that one, so you go 1, 2 off. You wouldn't go 1, 2 because it's a tie. That is a tie or bind. Okay. Play the first. You play the first note and it's held for the second one. 1, 2, 1, 2 and off. Okay, so you play that but you don't play that. So when we go, which is 1, okay, 1, I've got to think that myself for a minute there. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Okay, so there's your 4 and. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and, because it's dotted. It's a dotted crotchet. So there's the quaver. The dot is worth a quaver because a dot after a note, I'll do this down here. A dot lengthens a dot lengthens a note by half its own value. Okay, value. In this case, the note is a crotchet, so half of the crotchet is a quaver. So that dot is a quaver. Okay, if it was a minim, a white open note, the dot would be worth a crotchet because 2 crotchets equals 2 quarters added together equals half. Okay, so a minim is the half note, which is the half of that value, the whole note. So the minim and a dot after the minim lengthens that note by half its own value. So that would be worth 3 crotchets. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 3 off. Okay. Now that's a tie or a bind. Now if we sort of had this sort of thing, just get rid of that. If we had this sort of thing occurring, say we had this. If we had this, doesn't matter about the notes. Not so much there. On the wrong one. I'm doing a tie or a bind again. So if we had this, and say they were crotchets, and then we add that over the top of them, okay, then it's not a tie or a bind because they're not on the same line, they're not the same note. That note is F and that note is G. So what that does there, that is a slur or a phrase, okay, and that wants you to play them smoothly, connected together. I mean, you could get rid of that and you could have, say, F, another F there, say, and say that one, say it's, I don't know, just for instance, a D there, there's 4, and then you add that across it. That means all them notes are going to be smoothly connected together. So it's nice, it's not detached, but smoothly connected together. Okay, so that is, let's write it down, it is a phrase. Okay, played smoothly. Smoothly, okay. Can't get on with these pens. But played smoothly together. Can't get them in there together. I've told you anyway, so you know. Played smoothly together when it's that, like that. Okay? That's the phrase. Connects them. Right. I've got you the other bit of the rest of the remaining song anyway, and as we know, in the left hand we basically playing whole notes and minims. We know the whole note will take the whole bar of 4/4. So in the left hand that is C, which is there, middle of C, and that would be playing 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next bar we've got a minim on F, and we've got another minim which is on middle C again, which is C there. So that would be played 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'd move to the minims, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And down here it would be again a minim 1, 2, and off, because that's the 2, 4. Isn't that right? Where have I left that in? No, it should be 4/4 actually. 4/4. Copy the rushing, trying to copy now. I'm writing it twice. Nope. I'm getting confused myself, folks, and it happens. It is 2/4. It's the left hand, isn't it? Should know that. And of course that is over there, okay? Treble left. I was looking at if it was treble. But anyway, this goes, I'm trying to play it note, you can see it. From the top it would be, that note is C, E, G, and then that is A, and that is G. I'm not writing in for you. Remember the decoder, so you should be able to work your way up from the G, A, B, C. What comes after C on the line is D, and then that note is E, and so forth. And that's a ledger line, as we talked about ledger lines. It's a short line and we can work our way up to them to get to the note. So in this case, that note there is, if we go from the G, we've got G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Then the space between the ledger line and the top line, okay, is G. So that note there is A. And that note there is G. Okay, same as that one. So if I play that passage there, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Done that then. Then it goes into 2, 4 here. So we got a crotchet rest. So it goes 1, 2, and then it goes on to the 1. Well, I should have played that there. 1 and then it goes on to the next bar, which it changes back to the original time signature. 4, 4. So it's 1, 2, and okay, and on to the next one, which is 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and it's down there. I ain't put the rest in. So I've only done that small section for you. It's quite a difficult one for you actually. There's not really any crotchets in there, but I thought you'd like this rather than playing something really simple. And if you don't get on with this, persevere with it. You know, you can always come back with it. And I can always learn something a little bit simpler. So that there is 1 and that would be, let's write it here, 1. Okay, 1. The crotchet would be and. I'll write that as and 2, 1 and 2 and that's the dot, which is 3. 1 and 2. Oh, I've got that wrong. Let's just have a look at that a minute. Okay, right, back to this bar. Okay, now the way it's counted on this is 1 and half the crotchet, 1 and, okay, and then it's 2 on the other half of the crotchet, and the dot is an and. Then we've got 3, 4 and, okay, so it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. Although we don't sort of like play it, so we go 1, okay, we play it there, we go 1, 1, I can't get myself on it, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and, okay, you'll have to persevere with that a little bit. You already play the first note, you don't play the second, that one, okay, so it's like 1, 1 and 2 and I'm doing it myself. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 1. When you're counting this out, it seems I normally just play it, but I'm trying to count it for you. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 1. I'll come back to this, hold on, let's just get it right. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2. Jeez, bear with me. Let's try this again. Okay, this section, this is how it goes. You play the first note, and the second note is an and, 2 and 3, but you don't play these. You play the and. You play that one as an and. Then you hold the dots, and then that one, and then you go 4 and. So it's play that, hold it, and then you play the 4 and. So it should go 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and, okay, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and, beginning of that crotchet is an and, the other half is 2, and then the dot is an and. That. So there's a quaver, crotchet. So half of a crotchet is a quaver, so the dot's a quaver. So the quaver and the dot added together equals crotchet. And it's just the way it's just there, and you just got to count it out the way the rhythmic pattern goes. Okay, so try and persevere with that if you can. Take your time, play it slowly, the right hand first and then the left hand, and then put them together slowly. Okay, don't rush it, you know. And of course, if you feel like it's too much, then let me know and we'll learn something a little bit simpler. Okay, with something with crotchets in. But when you start putting quavers in, you get a bit more rhythmic, a bit more, you know, something going with the piece of music. And it's not a fast piece of music, it's a slow one. Okay, so won't take long to get it up to tempo. So just persevere with that bit and add where you got to creeping, this is the next bar after creeping that you come in and you go round. Okay, so see how you go with that bit, and anybody else who's watching. Okay, sorry about the confusion on that bit. It got me a bit confused actually, because I don't normally count it out, just sort of see it and play it. Okay, alright then, cheers folks, hope you get on alright with it. Bye.